Okay, so we're going to do another story today. And this story we're going to do today is The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Pfister. So this story follows our main character, our little rainbow fish, and as you can see, he has some sparkly scales that make him really special. And we're going to learn about him today. So what do you guys think of these scales? I think they look pretty cool, don't you? They're very different than any fish I've ever seen. So based on what we can see in the picture with these scales, is there anything that we can predict about this story? Can we make any guesses on what's going to happen to rainbow fish and his scales? Okay, well, let's get started. Okay. So we've got another little picture of our rainbow fish. Okay. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue, green, and purple, with sparkling silver scales among them. So we know how big the ocean is and the sea, and rainbow fish was the most beautiful fish in all of the ocean. So he must have been really, really, really beautiful. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. "Come on, Rainbow Fish," they would call. "Come and play with us." But Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. So there's the other fish that want to play with Rainbow Fish, and there's Rainbow Fish swimming away. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. "Rainbow Fish," he called, "wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful, and you have so many." So there's the little fish. There's our rainbow fish. What do you guys think? Do you think Rainbow Fish is going to give him a scale? You mean you want me to give you one of my special scales? "Who do you think you are?" cried Rainbow Fish. "Get away from me." Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset. He told all of his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the rainbow fish. They turned away and swam right on by. So there they are, they're swimming away. There's Rainbow Fish all alone. What good were all these dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day, he poured out his troubles to the starfish. "I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anyone like me?" "I can't answer that for you," said the starfish. "But if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. And maybe she can help you." So there's Rainbow Fish talking to the starfish. The rainbow fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly, two eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. That's a little spooky. Got the octopus coming from the cave. It's all dark. And there's Rainbow Fish. "I have been waiting for you," said the octopus with a deep voice. "The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy. So there they are. What do you think, guys? Let's make some predictions. Do you think rainbow fish is going to give up his scales? Maybe, maybe not. I can't, the rainbow fish started to say. But the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. Give away my scales? My beautiful shining scales? Never! How could I ever be happy without them? Suddenly, he felt a light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. Rainbow fish, please, do not be angry. I just want one little scale. The rainbow fish wavered. Only one very, very, very small, shimmering scale, he thought. Maybe he wouldn't miss just one. So there's rainbow fish, and there's our little blue fish that's back. Carefully, the rainbow fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much, the little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the rainbow fish. For a long time, he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. So look, rainbow fish did it. He gave one scale to the fish. Let's see now if he's going to take the octopus's advice and give all of his scales to everyone. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing. So it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at least felt at home among the other fish. Look at that. So he did take the wise octopus's advice. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possessions had all been given away, but yet he was very happy. Come on, rainbow fish, they called. Come and play with us. Here I come, said the rainbow fish, and as happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. Look at all the new friends rainbow fish made. The end. And there's our rainbow fish with just one scale. Okay, guys, that's the end of our story. Why don't we talk about the book a little bit? Okay, I have some questions for you guys. So, do you think that Rainbow Fish is going to keep all the new friends he made? I think so. I think so too. Now that he fits in with everybody and he was nice to them and he shared, I think he's going to continue to keep all the new friends he made. So, our next question is, do you think the wise octopus gave Rainbow Fish good advice or bad advice? I think the octopus gave Rainbow Fish some good advice because in the end, it all worked out for Rainbow Fish. He made new friends and he learned how to share. Okay, so our next question is, what do you think that Rainbow Fish learned? Remember, in the beginning of the story, Rainbow Fish loved his scales, and he wouldn't share, and he yelled at all the other little fishes. So now at the end of the story, he has a lot more friends, and he seems to be a little bit nicer, and he shared all of his scales. So what do you think he learned? Maybe that sharing is something good, and that it's good to share and help you make new friends. That's something that maybe he learned. Okay, Our next question is, if you were rainbow fish, would you have shared your scales or would you have kept them all? I think that if I was rainbow fish, I probably would have been a little bit hesitant at first to share all my scales and to give them all away. I think I would be a little scared too, but I think in the end, I probably would have shared my scales as well. But what about you guys? Let me know what you think. So, our last question. Why do you think that at the beginning of the story, Rainbow Fish wouldn't play with the other fish? Do you think he maybe thought that he was better than the other fish and he just didn't want to play with him? Or maybe he wanted them to be jealous? I don't know. That one's a tricky question. But if you had to take a guess, why do you think Rainbow Fish would just swim away from the other fish? Why do you think he never played? Okay, guys, that's the end of this story. I hope you enjoyed the book.